live from Manila to tell us on how the situation is doing. Marlene, how many senior citizens have been inoculated there in Manila so far?
These at least 2,500 senior citizens here in Manila have already received their first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. In Barangay 704 in San Andres, more than 1,000 senior citizens have availed of the free vaccination. They were asked to pre-register and present their QR codes and barangay certificates prior to inoculation. Their vital signs were also checked. We talked to several senior citizens, and many of them said that they feel safe and protected following their vaccination. But it is also important to note that all vaccinated individuals must still adhere to minimum health standards according to health experts. Meanwhile, in light of the day of stricter quarantine today, officials in Barangay 679 distributed quarantine passes to households. Holders of passes that end in odd numbers may go out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, while even number holders will only be allowed outside every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Curfew hours will still apply from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. Riza, some residents are still on the streets to buy food, while some opted to go to the grocery and wet markets to buy goods for the 1 week ECQ. Riza?
Thank you very much for that report. That's from Manila. Meanwhile, a number of buyers were seen flocking to grocery stores ahead of the ECQ over the weekend. Let's check out the situation this time with Lynn Olivario. She's reporting live from Mandaluyong City. Lynn, do we still see a volume of shoppers today?
Riza, it appears to be business as usual here at TWG Mart along Bonnie Avenue in Mandaluyong City. A stark contrast from the long line of shoppers here yesterday or on the eve of the ECQ and NCR Plus. On Sunday, the line of shoppers waiting to get inside this grocery store almost reached a kilometer long. This is only a maximum of 50 shoppers at a time were allowed to enter. But today, there's no need to wait outside the store as the crowd is now gone. Buyer Bryce Blanquisco decided to do his groceries today instead of heading here over the weekend immediately. He feels that there will be enough supply, so there's no need to panic and hoard. Another buyer, Luby Marie Garcia, filled her cart for a senior citizen neighbor who owns a sari-sari store. Other store owners also went to the grocery store today to replenish their supplies. They explained that they're buying the usual quantity even after the ECQ announcement. While some stores will close this Holy Week, sari-sari store owners say it's important to have goods ready for their customers. Riza, starting today, the store will adjust its operation hours from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. due to the extended curfew. They will also be closed on Thursday and Friday and will reopen on Saturday. Riza.
Thank you for that report. That's Lynn Olivario reporting from Mandaluyong. Now, here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. The first batch of procured Sinovac vaccines by the Philippines have been loaded in a plane at the Beijing International Airport, according to Philippine Ambassador to China, Chito Santaromana. 1 million doses of the Chinese-made shots are expected to arrive later today. The health department says there are still no plans to carry out a mass testing to detect COVID-19 infections. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeres said such measure is not physically possible and that it will only lead to indiscriminate testing. Instead, the DOH said it is focused on risk-based testing and by doing house-to-house symptom checks. And the Immigration Bureau says foreign parents and spouses of Filipino citizens with visas can now enter the country. The BI clarified that this is only allowed if they are traveling with their Filipino spouse or children. Thousands attended a one-night and not socially distanced concert in Barcelona, Spain for a clinical trial on holding pandemic-safe mass events in the future. More on that story in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
5,000 people gathered in Barcelona last night for the first concert without any social distance since the pandemic began. The tickets to see the band Love of Lesbian were sold just within hours, and the mood inside the stadium was of euphoria, a turning point after a long year of lockdowns, confinement and restrictions. The concert was an experiment closely followed by doctors and by authorities. Every participant, every member of the public and even workers had to take a coronavirus test, a rapid test, before the event, and only those who tested negative were given access to the stadium, and masks were mandatory at all times.
Feia any i mig que no trepitjàvem un escenari com a banda i això és... Hi ha algú que ja està plorant per aquí. És lògic.
Test de antígeno y tiene todo el mundo un test negativo, generamos esa idea de burbuja sanitaria donde dentro del recinto no puede haber contagio. Esa prueba de diciembre, que se demostró científicamente que era válido ese proceso, nos da paso a que hoy podamos meter 5.000 personas en el Palau Sant Jordi sin distancia de seguridad. Y lo que nos dicen esos modelos matemáticos y esos científicos es que será más seguro estar dentro del Palau Sant Jordi que paseando por la calle en cualquier sitio de la ciudad.
De los 5.000 asistentes que cribaremos, esperamos encontrar entre 8 y 10 positivos, pero en un entorno cerrado, sin control de distancia física, se considera que cada infectado puede contagiar a 10 o 12 personas. En un entorno cerrado, quizá más. Entonces, estas 5 o 8 personas, si entraran, realmente podrían crear una supertransmisión. Por tanto, es muy útil el test de antígeno.
Over the next 2 weeks, health authorities will notify the organizers of the concert if any of the attendants test positive. If there are no significant outbreaks, then the event will have been a success and it could be a first step toward mass entertainment in the pandemic era.
Es un gustazo, de verdad que es un placer volver a estar otra vez en un concierto y música en directo, con seguridad, porque llevamos test de antígeno todos.
Nos hemos evadido un poco de la realidad, es decir, hemos estado en nuestra pequeña burbuja de concierto y hemos logrado incluso recordar aquellos años en los que esto era una cosa normal, que hoy en día pues ya por desgracia no es tan normal, por así decirlo.
Pues sensación de libertad, de volver a sentir la temperatura de la gente, la normalidad de antes.
He sentido que todo está súper bien organizado, que la gente ha hecho muy buen trabajo para que la cultura pueda seguir adelante y que la gente se ha portado muy bien, y creo que eso da confianza a pensar que en el futuro se pueden hacer más cosas, porque la gente, cuando queremos, nos portamos bien y somos buenos.
Now, this just in, the health department logged another record high in COVID-19 cases today at 10,016. This brought the total caseload to almost 732,000 active COVID-19 infections. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.